Do what?
Oh, Spock was like, how many more games do I have? Gosh. It's like, well, if you lose, then you don't have any more games.
Alright, well, let me go ahead and turn down music.
Oh, this map.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the IvD Yogi Time number 41 All Division $10 prize pool tournament. I'm sorry, I just screwed that up so badly, but I'm your host, IvD HK Rob, and joining me right now is our very own Sirkolsky. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I am excited for this game that we are getting into between Spock, who has been dominating the tournament scene ever since he was knocked out in the first round, and have been fighting his way through the loser's bracket, taking out player after player. Spawning in the top right is the orange Zerg, and his opponent, the blue Terran in the bottom left. He is none other than NIN.
We aren't really sure what that stands for.
I'm pretty sure it's 9 Inch Nails.
I'm not.
I can ask after the
We
game.
could.
After
Yeah.
the game. After the game, I definitely will ask. Now, this is going to be a pretty standard game, I think, for right now. So far, both players, I mean, we might see a very similar thing to what we saw last game, actually.
Spock does have a history of early pressure.
Spock definitely does have a history of early pressure. We've seen him do it over and over every game that we've seen. So let's see if this game is going to be similar. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that Spock is on a team. He's on Team Celestial, so I forgot to mention that. I was just so used to casting him without saying that, and then he goes, hey, you're on Team Celestial. Or no, he says, hey, I'm on Team Celestial. And I'm like, oh, sorry. I didn't know.
Well, I mean, how are we supposed to know?
Yeah, how are we supposed to know?
Can't wait for clans. They so cool.
Oh man, I'm playing around with that in the beta. Oh wait, you don't have the beta.
Oh, I'm working on getting it. I have to play like 70 more hours of StarCraft before December 1st.
I wonder if you can be in multiple clans.
Have like a line of tags. I am IVD.
It'd be IVD FSU TAD like HK, and I'll just have Rob.
Well, that would require you to change your username.
Yeah, that would. I wouldn't mind that though. Then people would actually know what my name is
instead of Ibhakarub.
It's just Hub. Like, Now we do see this early expansion going down out of NIN, but that was going to be that was pretty well spotted by Spock here. He does know that expansion has gone down because he did see the drone, not the drone, the SCV. I'm sorry. He did see the SCV coming down here to put it down, and actually we're seeing the same build that we've seen out of Terran every single game that Terran has played against Zerg, where we have double gas here as they're expanding, and this is going to probably be followed up by Banshee. And Hellions. Don't forget those.
If this game plays out like last game, Spock's going to hit right as the Banshee's coming out.
Definitely is, and looks like the bunker going to go down in a very similar place to the last game that we saw. But will Spock do the exact same thing that he did last game? Are we going to see that pressure? He is on that gas. He is going to be getting speed up soon, and he is going to be he's going to start punishing this. It looks like this is very typical Spock play. And it looks like these two lings are going to run up the ramp towards the natural. They are going to see these three Marines, but that's just going to confirm what Spock was reading before, that there is an expansion there. Those Marines are not going to guard nothing. Definitely not going to guard nothing, as we do have ling speed on the way, and for 9 Inch Nails, we have the factory coming out, and that's going to be swapped with that barracks, which is going to go and build the tech lab as a starport's put down. So this is definitely the exact same build that we have seen before. We are going to see the Hellions out on the map. We are going to see the Banshees out on the map, and we are going to see some pressure out of either of the players, depending on whoever hits first. Now, the Zerglings are out on the map here for Spock. They're going to start making their way towards NIN's base. Actually, they're going to stop here at the Xel'Naga Tower, which is not bad at all. Giving map control to Spock is definitely what he wants. He wants to have that map control. He wants to see what's coming across the map, as those Hellions for NIN are going to stop here at the Xel'Naga Tower and start a little bit of a skirmish with these Lings.
And they're using that grass to their advantage, able to pull off a few shots before the Lings even knew they were there.
Definitely, definitely. What do you think so far of this build that we have seen over and over?
I'd say I like it, especially on the GSL maps where they're spawning cross. But I'm not sure, like, it doesn't seem to be able to hold up defensively. It seems like you have to put on a lot of pressure, and if you get back on your heels, it can't really come back.
It does seem that way now, doesn't it? As it looks like the Lings are going to make their way to the side that NIN is on, and they're going to start morphing a lot of Banelings. There are 10 Banelings being morphed right now. That is after the extra Banelings started to morph there, so there were 9 initially, and Spock is in a position to punish.
About 30 Zerglings, too.
30 Zerglings is a lot of Zerglings. These Banelings need to bust on something, but it looks like the drones are going to be pulled back. So it looks like they need to bust on right there on the bunker. Is a good spot for them to bust, but this is not a good position for those Lings, as those Hellions are just tearing everything apart. Not many SCVs I don't think were killed off. No, my bad, I'm mistaken. 10 SCVs were killed off there by Spock, and that's going to give him a really good lead here at the very beginning of the game, which is where you want the lead. You definitely want that lead at the beginning. He is now safe to expand. He is now safe to start teching up. He is now safe to grab his lair and do all sorts of stuff. So right now, this is not a bad position for him at all.
But again, like, NIN was able to survive that a lot better than a previous player, I think mostly because of his Sim City. He had a wall that the Lings had to move around to get up the ramp.
He definitely did, and now he has 5 Hellions that are making their way out on the map. He does have 2 Banshees that are in the middle of the map, and they're going to start making their way towards Spock's base to apply pressure. Spock does not even have an Evo chamber down. He has 2 Queens, and that's it. So these 2 Banshees could do devastating damage. There's nothing up at all to defend it, even to the least bit. These Hellions are going to be able to clean up a lot of these Zerglings, and the Banshees are going to come in up into the main, it looks like. No, they are going to go in towards the natural, as it looks like NIN is going to realize that Spock does not have any anti-air up at the moment.
And NIN is even ahead in workers, coming up to 70 workers, not 70, 7 workers ahead now. This is definitely not a good position for Spock.
Now, Spore Crawlers are now going down, but those are going to be focused down by the Banshees. Really, a Queen is going to come out here and try to help deal with this, just delay more time so that Spore Crawler can get up. But no, that Banshee is going to get some drone kills off, and that's definitely a really good thing here for NIN. He does need to set Spock as far behind as he can. Spock already did do some of that himself when he did go for that Baneling pressure that did not do enough damage to pay for itself, and now those Banshees are going to get free shots off on these Lings on that Spine Crawler, and
the Banshees have cloak now.
Yeah, they do. They do definitely have cloak. One Banshee going to be caught a little bit out of position, going to take a few shots from that Spore Crawler, but not a big deal. And it looks like our Terran NIN is going to have Spock completely not surrounded.
Contained.
Contained. That's the word. I'm sorry. It's getting late. And it looks like the Hellions are going to go in there and going to grab a lot of kills here. Oh, so much damage being done here. Drones being split, trying to be pulled to kill what they can. The Queen in the main needs to be pulled down here, as those Hellions are not going to be able to. Those drones are not going to be able to kill off these Hellions. But so much has been lost by this point that this game is so close to being over. And there's the GG. Well played. Good luck from Spock, as it looks like NIN is going to make it into the next round. And neither player is quitting. Okay.
Eventually.
NIN returning a GG.
At some point.
Alright, there we go. So congratulations to Spock for making it as far as he has, and congratulations to NIN for making it even farther. Also, guys, make sure to check out ivdyogitime.com/streams to check out what other games are being streamed at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and turn on some music, and I'll see you guys at the next game.